Guys, it turns out things are actually much worse than we realized. Last week, I discussed an article which revealed that more than half of newly hired teachers in Texas are uncertified. And I gave you my humble opinion and thoughts on why I don't think this is such a great idea, but this has been confirmed via this article I found today, which was published just 2 hours ago. The headline reads, "Reliance on uncertified teachers in Texas leads to issues, discussion by policy experts." Today is February 3rd, 2025, and this is posted on LubbockOnline.com. Now we're going to get into this, but before we do, I do want to ask a simple favor. If you would please like this video, hit the subscribe button, and also hit that notification bell so you never miss out on a video from Classroom Camp. Thank you for watching, but let's go ahead and get into this. So, like I said, data has revealed that more than half of newly hired teachers in Texas are uncertified, at least within the past few years. And this is a trend that seems to be ongoing. It says here at the beginning of the article, over half of Texas teachers are uncertified to teach in public school classrooms, according to a study done by a Texas Tech professor. On top of that, teacher retention rate is down, and students are struggling, which is preventing Texas K-12 education from getting a passable report card. Now, this is something that I said in my last video, which I will post a link to down in the description. But I talked about how as a new teacher coming in, especially if you're uncertified, you've never gone into a program, it is overwhelming. You don't often get the support that you need. You have to learn a lot of new concepts. There's a lot of on-the-job learning. And if you don't have any kind of background in education at all, like it's almost impossible to survive. It's like you're just thrown into the gauntlet. And it tells you here that the teacher retention rate is down. And that's what happens is you get these new teachers that come in and it's just too much and they leave. They leave a few weeks in, halfway into the year, or they even get fired for whatever reason. But continuing on here, it says these issues stem from or cause a more significant issue, a shortage of teachers in Texas, which Governor Greg Abbott announced he will be addressing during his State of the State address on Sunday. And here is the kicker. These issues prompted West Texas educators and policymakers to come together to discuss problems and solutions Friday at Texas Tech University. Like I said, when I saw the original article posted about this, about, hiring these uncertified teachers in Texas, I said, I don't think this is a good idea. And we need to come up with some solutions. We need to start thinking about education reform. And sure enough, we see that these West Texas educators and policymakers did get together, which in my mind is a sign of progress. This is a great thing. So I'm glad that this is happening. I'm glad that this is getting awareness. And, you can increase that awareness by sharing these kinds of videos, because that's why we need to be talking about these things. We need to bring it to the forefront because, as teachers, we need to spread this knowledge and bring these issues to our teacher leaders and to our policymakers. Getting on here to the actual statistics. Now, like I said, this is much worse than I realized. Now, I knew that the retention rate was bad and all that, and that many teachers leave the field early on. But let's take a look at some of these findings from research. So it says here, over half of new teachers in Texas are not certified by the state through the Texas Education Agency. And this is Especially interesting considering another story which I covered in which was heavily publicized about a ring of there was a teaching certification scandal with just like this cohort of people who were getting teachers, uncertified teachers, getting them their certification through unethical means. And I will post a link to that down in the description as well. But that was a whole thing. There was a cheating ring. Moving on, uncertified teachers make up over 80% of the new hires in 40 Texas counties, most being rural counties. West Texas has 3 rural counties with a teacher workforce of 80% uncertified teachers in the 2022-23 school year. Lubbock County was in the 40 to 60% range of hiring uncertified teachers. Yikes. 72% of uncertified teachers have no previous experience in working in Texas schools. And here's the worst. Around 1 in 5 uncertified teachers do not hold a bachelor's degree. So, there is a lot that is disappointing on such a major scale because really, this is just a failure overall. It is alarming that, because what it comes down to, it all comes back to the students. The students not having consistent teachers when the retention rate is so low, when teachers are leaving during the year. Students not having qualified teachers. And not just... There is an argument to be made that a teaching certification is not the end-all be-all, and I don't think that it is. I think that there are probably plenty of uncertified teachers that, dare I say, are better than certified teachers. But, not having teachers that have a bachelor's degree, a high school level education teaching, I don't understand. This is not good for students. It's not good for education in general. And there are some more statistics which are reported here in this article, which show this. So let's take a look here. It says that. So these are some additional findings. Let's see here. It says, Texas students fall behind peers across the country. The nation's report card results were released, and this is the only sort of benchmark we get to compare all the states in the country on how they're doing on educational outcomes, and unfortunately, we saw some backward trend lines. Some of the findings which compared 2022 to 2024 included Texas fell from 33rd to 37th in 4th grade reading. Texas fell from 41st to 44th in 8th grade reading. Texas fell from 25th to 34th in 8th grade math. This is a span of 2 years. It says the only area that saw improvement was 4th grade math, in which Texas jumped from 14th to 8th place nationwide. So that's good. That's a positive. At least, let's celebrate the positives here. But you can see that there is a downward trend in student achievement in Texas. And you have to believe that this is in a large part due to the teaching situation, the shortage, then having to resort to uncertified teachers, and some of those uncertified teachers not having a college education. So I don't know. I mean, like I said, I was baffled last week when I talked about the situation in Texas and was like, wow, I can't believe they're hiring this many uncertified teachers. And sure enough, like more and more data is being released to show the harmful effects of this. I called it. And I'm not the only one that recognizes this, because clearly, educators in Texas are like, look, we got to sit down and talk about this, because it's not working out for us. So I'm going to continue talking about this story and, see what changes come about in the future. And hopefully we find solutions soon. I mean, we're coming to the end of the 2024-2025 school year. So let's see what happens, because the new year is coming up. And I know that, job postings are also coming up. And the hiring process is going to start over again. So anyways, that's all I have in this video, guys. Are you in Texas? What are your opinions on this? What are the solutions? What can we do to curb the teacher shortage in Texas? Incentivize teachers to stay? All that good stuff. Let me know down in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure that you like it, hit that subscribe button, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on content from Classroom Camp. See you all next time.